What's good? We got a pop a meat vid. We have that guy who made those them weird my fucking elbow. He made some like weirdo drawings.
Back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit on down because today we're talking about the wealthy, baby. But here's the thing: they're hiding in plain sight. You ever see a beautiful woman that looks like she's dressed like a Native American?
No, it doesn't.
You ever see a poor kid on the streets of Portland walking around with the newest and latest tech, yet he looks like a poor piece of shit? Well, you, my friends, might have come in contact with a Trustafarian. Trustafarians. A beautiful new slang that's come up. Trustafarians is one of my new favorite things to happen online right now. But you're probably thinking to yourself, now Hunter, what exactly is a Trustafarian? Well, let me tell you. A Trustafarian is a wealthy young person
who is this? Whose daughter is this? Get her off my screen.
Who adopts an alternative lifestyle and
get these white devils off my screen now. No.
Incorporating elements from non-Western cultures. You ever see a bunch of white bitches?
Oh, that was the point.
With headdresses or some shit? Yeah, Nick has. He's like, oh, baby, the dating apps are full of them. It's basically rich kids cosplaying as poor, you know what I mean? Van life. They only walk with their bare feet. You know what I'm talking about? It's just the little things that build up. Which, you know, you've probably seen this little hippie duo dancing around that people make a lot of money.
Yo, they look musty as shit.
Memes on me and my friends pretending to be poor to go to Coachella. These people have wealthy parents or some kind of wealthy support system that is funding their, you know, holistic, down-to-earth lifestyle because they're so hip. But really, there's no repercussions because they know they got mommy or daddy's bank account to back them up. They don't need to worry about stable jobs, which means they have all the time and money in the world to travel and meditate and work on their art, all while giving you advice from the comfort of their tricked-out, expensive van. It's always very convenient for people to talk about how easy their life is without being off the grid. I get to meditate and I don't have to work a stable job. I just have my van. Also, my dad has extremely deep pockets with BlackRock. Why go to the CEO's BlackRock's house for Thanksgiving dinner? It doesn't matter. Let me tell you, how can you get in with your inner chakra?
I'm not a part of that.
Says Becky from Los Angeles, California. How do I get into my chakra? Can someone help me access that, please?
There's no Trustafarians out in where I stay at. You can figure that out in one of my older videos. I'm not going to tell you that. But where I stay at, there's a bunch of old people who don't know how to drive past the speed of 50 on the fast lane, which is the left lane, which is made for speed. Because it's the fast lane. That's
These people have adopted counterculture.
That's baby trying? Nah, I'm chill.
Defined by hedonism and the lack of structure or drive.
I'll wait for the dog.
Essentially what I'm saying is they're modern day hippies. Oh. No one likes hippies, dude. I don't think hippies.
Bro, what's in this nigga's room, bro? Get this shit out of here. Yo, I hope his bed isn't in here. Cause I can't, like, if I was a femme, this nigga couldn't crack having this type of shit in your room, bro.
Like hippies, honestly. It's completely defined by drug use or asocial behaviors and privilege.
Weirdo.
Which every time I hear the word fucking privilege now, I want to take these long-ass gross fingernails of mine and drive them into my fucking eye sockets and pull them out. It's the only real word that defines the idea of, like, the kind of power that they actually have. Then they're trying to be like, it's all... Like, I mean, come on, man. Whenever.
Dad, can you deposit $40,000 in my bank account?
That's crazy.
Who is this?
This also translates very well into voluntourism. Another quirky little saying, which is wealthy kids volunteering abroad. Using the aspect of volunteer.
Oh, so this is the equivalent to when, like, in the late 90s, they had them, I think it was the Freedom Writers, them videos about, like, white people, the movies about white people who would just, like, save niggas in the ghetto, like, through, like, more like, perfect morals, and then somebody close to someone or somebody would die, and then, like, the whole class would lock in because it meant that much. That's not how the ghetto works in real life, y'all.
At various places across the world, it's like vacationing and patting yourself on the back, which is pretty funny. It's sold to wealthy kids as an opportunity to change the world and discover yourself all at the same time. You get to clean up something, and you get to find out a better person for yourself, right? It doesn't sound too bad on paper, but then you kind of like look into it, and the opportunities are all manufactured situations of poverty and need, advertised to wealthy Western kids as opportunities for growth and appeal and...
Something's wrong. Stop You don't get the War Machine from
college admission projects.
Everybody here need to
literally,
line
it's
up.
all
Fuck y'all.
fabricated, like fucking Westworld or
Oh, shit,
something
they're
like
in the
that.
ghetto.
All
My
for
fault.
kids to be like, God, I'm such a good person as they fly back on their private jet. It just looks good on paper for like Harvard applications
2
or other
years in
kind of like
Bali.
elite school applications. It's all bullshit.
Today's video is sponsored by our partners at
This nigga like-
Factor.
this
Are you
one's
looking to
mad.
eat healthier but don't have the time?
Whoa, is this an ad?
To get 50% off your first Factor 5 Dutch Factor.
The work is big. The extreme. I've been
yeah,
talking
we
about like
gonna start
spending
from here. My fault,
$6,000 to go help somebody volunteer, spending an extreme amount of money to pretend to go cosplay as a good.
No ass. Jeez Louise. Nah, this is actually kind of crazy though. Like the fact that these exist and white people are just okay with it.
person. When I say it like that, it's really funny. It's
And then it like the crazy part be it be they pops and moms that be like a part of these so-called brands that be fucking these niggas over. It's crazy to see, like it really do be crazy.
really funny, but at the same time, so f***ed up. And the profits and money generated to help the poverty-stricken situations they're in are rarely, if ever, given to the actual cause that they're helping. Which is a lot of charities, but still, it's just voluntourism. It feels like other areas, too, where people get to go on social media and be like, we're actually going to clean up this river and do this kind of thing. We're gonna go here to help. Which there's a little meme here that I thought was pretty funny. It's the Rich Suburban Kid Spiritual Transformation Starter Pack. I know some people like this, which is rich kid, smokes a lot of pot, comes from a really good family, becomes woke, quits job, still rich. Just want to put that, still rich. Grows a man bun. This is the real essential starter. When the man bun kicks in, I need a man bun, man. As soon as I have a fucking man bun, we're starting a cult in this bitch. You hear me? Money. Money, 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 money. Takes year-long vacation in India, becomes Buddhist, tells everyone on Facebook how he doesn't believe in possessions on his iPhone, runs out of money, moves back home, continues to make posts about awareness. This cycle is cyclical. Sometimes you move back home and it all starts again. Smoke the pot, go, you know, it all happens. Maybe at some point when he turns Buddhist, he cuts off the man bun, regrows it, then goes back to India. There are some people we wanted to talk about in this. They are the cornerstones of the Mount Rushmore.
Who are all of these people? And she needs to be. Let me chill. I thought that was Mark Zuckerberg.
Of Trustafarians, which first off, we'll start off with probably the head eagle, the head shaman of it all, which is Shannon Blake. You've probably seen
Oh, this beautiful woman pop up in your time. Oh, Shannon Blake.
Oh, I tell you what, no wonder. Well, looking up Shannon Blake tickets on Ticketmaster, no wonder those motherfuckers are sold out. Looking how she dresses on stage, God.
What we rating this?
Looking up Shannon Blake tickets on
what's the
Ticketmaster, no wonder those motherfuckers are sold out. Looking how
What we rating this? Whack white woman, 0 out of 10.
she dresses on stage, God
Give a
damn,
fuck about her body.
Eyes became a whole lot
You need
more
to cut
spiritual
them
after looking at some
dog
Shannon
tails
Blake
off the
songs.
back of your
God
head,
damn.
miss.
And it's after she
It's
had a
racist.
child, which,
No,
listen
it's
up,
not.
ladies,
I don't
there's
care.
really no
But
excuse.
that's still hella
Show the picture
attractive.
of Shannon Blake, there's no excuse.
She like
That
she
you
eat it
can
up.
have a kid, you
I
can't have
gotta
a
chill,
body
chill,
like that.
chill,
And I'll
chill,
stand
chill.
by that. Not a single stretch mark. How's that possible, Nick?
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter.
That's not her daughter.
Holistic teachings. What'd she say? I smoked the ayahuasca with the shaman. I don't know, it doesn't matter. But Shannon Blake is a shining example of true Trustafarianism culture, adopting bits and pieces of third world countries as their persona, mixing it together into an amalgamation of neo, folk,
this
urban,
later.
bardic, LSD, kratom fever. Apparently it's ayahuasca. What the fuck is ayahuasca, actually?
It's a plant.
Is it just some other drug shit?
The shaman thing that will fucking destroy your mind.
You smoke ayahuasca to get the demons out of your head, but really it's just the fucking key that unlocks the door for them to come in.
It's actually
This
a
shit
drink.
loud as
You
fuck.
get-
Oh, it's a drink.
I think so. Yeah.
Ayahuasca, dude. When are we gonna get some
as fuck
fucking
with that.
ayahuasca? Where's my chug jug? Need to get some ayahuasca chug jug. She's described as an e-girl conspiracy.
No, this shit is crazy, bro. Yo, I like just I'm just gonna plan a scenario in your head. Imagine like after a party, you're clapped, drunk, smacked, whatever. You talking to shorty, y'all end up in the bedroom, but she has this on her forehead and like all this, all these like Himalayan bird feathers and like Dubai seashells and shit, and like she got like the nastiest of dog dreads right now. Are y'all taking it down? I still wouldn't. Too much respect.
Conspiracy
for myself.
theorist. Her songs on TikTok have gone viral. This is the one that blew up and has hate baited everyone. Do you think this is for hate bait? She's like she wants. I think that she believes it.
It's genuine.
We probably can't play the song, but we can at least have the lyrics up here.
God, Shannon, what I wouldn't give to just be in that car with you.
That holy mountain white
Is
hat
she
though was pretty
rapping?
crazy.
What's crazy is people love.
She's in a van right now
She's
with
part of that.
grass
She's
on the
talking about
roof.
using pyramids for time traveling. Yeah, you know what? So what? Shannon Blake likes to time travel with the fucking pyramids, dude. Who? You know what? Have you drank the ayahuasca with the shamans in Peru?
I'm going to with her.
I'm going to in my dreams with her. This is me This is me astral projecting myself front row at one of her concerts.
That's crazy. Yo, I dead wouldn't pull up
Dude,
to this.
do your thing. Woo! I'm actually getting too sucked in. I'm feeling too much of the vibe, dude. She refers to her followers as little shroomies. She's a role model for countless wealthy kids who idolize her lifestyle.
How is this? What grade was this? This was Earth Day 2014. This is how kids used to dress. Nowadays, Elements, Supreme, Gucci,
People,
Louis
especially on
Vuitton,
Reddit and other places, are very quick to go to Shannon Blake and say that her parents are wealthy and that she comes from a place of privilege. How dare you, Shannon Blake? But actually, on contrary, that's not true. She made a post that said that, for the people in the back, I'm Native American and Hispanic and Irish. What a crazy mix. Just a dash of Irish on top of that. I grew up in a family that speaks a fluent Spanish, visiting my relatives in Mexico, often eating homemade tacos. Why is that relevant? You know, your back's against the wall when you're just like, I'm a Hispanic and I eat homemade tacos, okay? No, okay, we went to Taco Bell once or twice, but it was just because it was around the corner. God. I grew up doing plant medicine, burning sage, doing sweat.
I'm still on that Irish shit. You're a little too blonde. Natives have a little bit more tint in their skin. Like, it's just, wouldn't you, I don't
lodges
know.
and teepees and connecting with my ancestors as part of my culture. My great-great-grandfather was a famous Cherokee chief, so please stop telling me what their race is and what they can't do. You are unaware. That's offensive. If someone has light skin, blah, blah, blah. Being rude and disrespectful is offensive when you say those hateful things.
But if they do like get, I would assume they're more white than American. I think she's 89% white. Like American white. No, 90% American white. 9% European of all other places, which is that Irish shit. And then whatever the rest is, I guess you could throw the Native American as, yeah.
To other, you know what? Fucking true. To give her credit, I want to say that I don't think that she's a rich kid. I will give Shannon Blake my undivided attention. I will. She's the perfect thing to actually inspire Trustafarian. She's up there. She's a tender, beautiful soul. She just uses kind of like a buzzword salad mix of it, and it's all kind of the same kind of stuff, whatever. But, you know, she's doing her own thing. But that doesn't stop the fact that, you know what, she's the staple for what Trustafarians aim to be. With over 1.1 million followers on Instagram, Shannon Blake calls herself an affirmation musician full of vibes, positivity, and for only $12.50 a month, you can see her boobies. Should we say that? She does have an OnlyFans, so I bet she's doing pretty f***ing good. Star from the bottom that we're here.
Their
OnlyFans, security guard got shot or something.
Boo
I would hate to be Drake right
OnlyFans.
now.
Already can tell
I'm kidding. I'd love to be Drake.
Hey, she not a real freak. We can tell about it. We can tell about the way she act. She just into butt shit.
Right now. Are you kidding me?
Well, he's being called out of it.
If you feel the way,
I
Shannon,
wouldn't like
hit me, hit my line, hit my DM personally.
Get an uncensored look into her life. Foot emoji. Barefoot dancing, naked in
Yeah,
nature,
she-
yoga,
yeah,
hula
yeah, that's
hooping,
some
and
shit I
playing
would
outdoors
expect.
in the ocean, waterfalls, hot springs, mountains. So we got
just butt-ass
1250
naked,
to
like-
spare, don't we?
Yeah, that's in the budget.
So that's a business expense, I'm pretty sure.
business
Can we
is
get the
crazy.
accountant on the phone? Can we just do just as an expense business? We can. Okay, cool. Which her aesthetic, I will say, it's drawn from several
pay for
cultures
two
like
bacon and
India,
cheese.
you know, island
$12.
culture, Hawaii, Native American, you know, Druid
not
kind of
even a
thing.
real
Let's
Native-
take a look. India,
This nigga not even
you
a
know,
real
island
Native
culture,
American.
Hawaii,
Y'all know
Native
that?
American,
This nigga's dead white, and he's like Italian or some shit.
and you know, Druid kind of thing. Let's take a look at her
I don't know
home.
what
Shannon
that nigga
Blake's
name
house
is, though.
tour. Lake Tahoe. Oh, dude, living off Lake Tahoe? No one do that. OnlyFans. We gotta start an OnlyFans soon, dude. Something. How much money do you think realistically we could make?
Probably a lot.
Let me just say,
What
do you
is
think I
this
can
nigga
make at
talking
least
about?
$1 million?
Oh,
OnlyFans?
I don't know about that.
If you want to fucking put me down, feel free to put me down, but why don't you set me down gently next time, you son of a bitch? Sharon Blake's in Lake Tahoe! It's a fucking awesome house. Lake Tahoe? It's gonna be fucking beautiful. Good genetics, man. That's all you need. Good genetics. We got didn't we? Hey, you're a good looking guy. I got my dog mother and my bullfrog dad. Which these are some other cosplayers who kind of go in this way, which is Connor Sullivan. He shows himself traveling around impoverished areas of India, despite the fact that he's obviously got a good personal guard and private transportation. His entire journey is just sightseeing the poor. And Drew Binsky, who talks about how he got diarrhea from eating Indian food and, you know, doing that, and how Indian people thought he looked funny because he's different. Trubinsky, the naked guru. Expat moved to Thailand, talks about why everyone is leaving. Lost LeBlanc, one of
I'm gonna look into that.
many YouTubers who travel around the world and show off all the fun things they can do for cheap. Dollar dinners and dangerous backpacking, baby. Yeah! Get the f out of my way, poor person. Get out of here! Backpacking bananas! Solo woman traveling through Istanbul, Turkey. She's really, really brave. Very brave. She knows no Turkish.
That's crazy.
She goes through her budget here.
In 30 days, I spent 21,000 Turkish lira. I paid 850 lira for the tandem skydive. I did 2 fun dives and this cost 500 lira. 600 lira on my very first hotel, and this room was 834 lira per night.
People ask, why do they do this? Why go through the struggle of all this, right?
So wait, how did all of them niggas, half them niggas, they didn't even sound like it was going, like, after that nigga with the chin strap and the first nigga, everybody else, he kind of made it seem like they was just traveling. Like
One,
Istanbul,
a spiritual
like,
journey.
O
You
Block.
gotta get connected with your chakra, with God, the universe, right? Which volunteerism, for only $3,000, you can volunteer at an orphanage, teach English, and help build a school.
Nah,
All while
no funny shit. I know this shit look funny, y'all. Funny shit. This shit is not. Hanging out with kids is annoying as fuck.
being entertained
Niggas
by
don't know how to
locals,
shut the
going
fuck
on
up
safaris,
sometimes.
and enjoying
Stop.
local culture. Doesn't sound
But I
too
love
bad.
kids, though.
According to the NPR, the youth travel industry is booming and currently valued at an estimated $173 billion.
Y'all niggas is trying to repent.
That's a lot of money. Which it usually results in something like this. Okay, well, why does the beat actually kind of hit so hard, though? Am here dancing. That is really pog, and I do like that. So she just go around teaching people dances in impoverished countries? They're like, that was so fun. She's like,
Yo, what pisses me off is how, like, the kids are, like, dead-ass trained. I'm dancing with them white devils. No.
don't touch me! After the shoot, has hand sanitizer.
At least these kids are making money through TikTok, right?
Oh, sure. I'm sure she's definitely sharing her wealth from TikTok to those people. Building a library. One of the tasks is building sites for betterment and enrichment. Often,
Y'all niggas don't come together and spend money on, like, actual contractors and get rid of this shitty-ass... Man, if y'all don't fly over some contractors and give them niggas some... This shit is... This be the shit...
sometimes these sites have rich Western kids acting on sites where their construction work is so
This nigga is nailing in cardboard. Get these niggas some sheet metal and actual stone.
poor that the actual
And
laborers come in at
contractors.
the end of the day to redo.
Where are the contractors?
The actual
Nobody's
building
here
is
a contractor.
They're doing
This isn't a contractor.
nothing better to help the kids.
They had shorts
We're
on.
really railing into these motherfuckers, aren't we? Taken from Pippa Biddle's blog
God,
about her
shit.
experience. Our mission while at the orphanage was to build a library. It turns out that we, a group of highly educated private boarding school students, were so bad at the most basic construction work that each night the men had to take down the structurally unsound bricks we had laid and rebuild the structure so that when we woke up in the morning, we would be unaware of our failure. It is likely that this was a daily ritual. Us mixing cement and laying bricks for 6+ hours, them undoing our work after the sunset, relaying the bricks, and then acting as if nothing had happened so the cycle could continue. That is unbelievable. And a lot of the things that are donated, like bundles of goods, are often sold.
Bro, this is not good.
It's unbelievable. And a lot of the things that are donated, like bundles.
Bro, these are used clothes. These are all, like, none of these shoes are standing up. These are all used and fake. And I see heels. These are children. Without lineups either. And I'm not even trying to climb the kids. Like, this is not enough. Give a fuck what situation you in. You need some new shoes. Nah, you see how they be doing niggas though? That's crazy.
Of
they
goods
still
are
all got
often
no
sold or
lineup.
given away to friends and family of managers because
Alright, hold on. This nigga got a lineup though, kinda. I'm not about to zoom in. But no drip. Alright, let me
the
chill.
kids have nice bedding and toys that nobody will want to actually give them anything. So they actually just take the good shit, like, I don't know, like a fucking Turbo Man action figure, and they're like, get that out of here. We actually need other shit. In countries like Uganda, thriving textile and clothing markets were driven out of business, putting entire towns and families into poverty. Textile factories were shuttered and no work has to be done. Farms for cotton were closed down, factories for dye and weaving were halted, and design and sewing industries destroyed. Donated clothing is received, repackaged, and resold so far cheaper that it can be made. 81% of all clothing sales are secondhand. So all the shit that people donate, they just package up and resell.
You know what I'm
And it
saying,
takes
bro?
all-
These niggas got shit that's new. You got these rich ass niggas trying to help these niggas make fucking libraries with their fucking hands instead of donating the 40,000 that they got to these niggas to get them shit, to get these niggas some Skippies and fucking Walmart clothes that are from the fucking Walmart. That's crazy, right?
Of their actual manufacturing projects and completely destroys them because you have people coming in being like, a Supreme shirt. Yes! Oh my God, Nike Air Maxes. Yes! So they just immediately take.
Is this the first Chrome Hearts piece ever made? Like, they would never get that.
On to somebody else. Many East African countries have actually banned the secondhand clothing. I can see that. Volunteerists were given extravagant meals while the kids, who were made to eat separately, ate beans. The interactions between the Trustafarians and the kids in the orphanage lead to the Americans often giving them very bad social advice regarding sexuality and lifestyle that could have put them in great danger. Oftentimes, money that is donated for medical care never actually ends up going to the medical care. And the kids in these orphanages aren't even orphans. They're undocumented, anonymous, and abandoned or kidnapped for the process, often connected to sex.
Child is like, this shit is sad as fuck. Where the fuck is this?
Documented.
These niggas are both dirty as shit.
Anonymous and abandoned or kidnapped for the process.
This nigga has a bag of nothing. To sex trafficking.
Do you feel good? Do you feel happy about these manufactured events that rich people are gonna be like, oh, you're an orphan? And the kid's just like get me the fuck out of here, please. The entire process creates an industry that does more harm than good.
Feels good being a Westerner sometime. I tell you what.
Their emotional savior complexes are driving out industry, reducing independence, and causing hostile markets. Which sometimes, too, it's the journey of experience. The ability to forever say, you know, when I was 20, I went to Africa, and I gave a guy a Supreme shirt, and we did TikTok dances all day. It was such a riot. Wonder what he's doing now. The India gap year, part of the allure of the cheap lifestyle and relative extravagance, is easily achievable in India. It creates a fantasy that can be lived. A popular idea among young Westerners or upper middle class income is that they can take a gap year between high school and college, or even during college, to achieve self-discovery. The appeal of an independent journey is to an exotic location is tempting. It really is. I'll just do my red shirt this year and go to India and kind of see who I am as a person. You know what I don't understand about that? If you don't know the culture or speak the language or anything, how the f are you going to find yourself there?
You have a guide you pay.
Oh, the guide you pay, that's right. When you get there, he's like, everybody in India speaks English? Oh my God, Louis Vuitton store in India? That's Pog!
Can I take a gap year?
No, you can't take a gap year, dude.
But my spiritual...
I don't care. There's work to be done here, my friend.
Who's behind the camera? This nigga got cast.
There are so many programs offering just that. Pay to tour, volunteer to experience.
No, I feel like such a terrible person. I know one of my homegirls is there going to Puerto Rico, but she not doing it to help them little niggas out. She doing it just to like some bullshit. But nah, this is crazy. Like, this is actually wild. I would feel like such a terrible person coming back from like any country.
During COVID, these programs were advertised as ways to get away from
I just hope these niggas do nothing.
Get the hell away from COVID and just go to India. It's perfectly fine there. The spiritual journey of backpacking. The amount of fucking people. I just backpacked across Europe. We backpacked across Asia. It was crazy. Sure, many kids go to summer journey, backpacking across Europe and staying in hostels. But India? Unaccustomed to the culture, the food, and the language, they're encouraged to confidently set food into dangerous areas.
Oh, bro. Get your hands off of my...
experience life.
Yo.
This moral and spiritual enlightenment is saving them from scammers and actors pitching products to kids who never had to struggle to define them. So we do have our Trustafarians, right? We have our voluntourisms, right? But we also have affluenzas. The names just get better. It's insane. Which affluenza is a social condition. Individuals desire
that was a disease
to be wealthier or more successful than others. The inability of an individual to appropriately understand consequences due to social status or economic privilege. Are you staying along with me, sweetie? Are you keeping up? I hope so. Affluenza is a pseudo-scientific term that refers to the unhealthy psychological and social effects of wealth. Term popularized in 2013 by Ethan Couch, who is the
This nigga look like he hurt people, bro.
affluenza kid who at the age of 16 killed 4 people during...
He hurt people and he's scaring me.
A DUI.
Sentenced to 10 years probation and therapy in 2013, Couch's defense argued that he lacked a moral compass and didn't know right from wrong because of his wealthy family and thus needed therapy, not prison.
Yo, no funny shit. When this type of shit happens, when niggas like dickheads like this It's like when they do shit like this, I deadass think that like their lawyer has so many like connections. Cause there's no way like you say that and like a nigga with a brain is like the U.S. social like justice system is so crazy. Like I know it's mainly just old niggas, but I don't know who like held his case. But I'm just saying like the fact that like a human could think that that's like a plausible reason to give this nigga any type of freedom. Like it has to be because the lawyer has connections and like yeah, bro. This
is me on that cliff in the Creed song, One Last Breath, and that's just me this is me jumping off. Because what is that, dude? I'm jumping off. Because what is... That's me. Anytime I do this now, you know I'm done with it. Fucking tired. And he was spotted drinking at a party in 2015 and found in violation
on Vine. This nigga's on fucking Twitter and Vine.
Probation. His mother hid him in Mexico for a time until he returned and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Returned to prison in 2020 for failing a drug test for THC, which he argued came from CBD oil. The year prior to killing 4 individuals, he was caught under the influence with a naked, unconscious 14-year-old girl and was given 12 hours of community service and probation.
This nigga's a bad person. Bro, literally like on everything I love, it has to be I'm paying someone off. This nigga's related to me, or my lawyer has connections. My lawyer's like deep in this shit. There's no way it has to be throughout like the mentality of his mind. We gotta start outing these judges that let shit like this pass, bro. Like honestly, like on some real shit, bro. I think niggas forget the power they have as people in America to an extent where like I genuinely feel like if niggas really cared, they could get rid of that judge. Like, and they really should care, cause that like a nigga like that, a nigga thinking like that. Like, let's just say, like, because there's no real, because you know how America moves, there's no real proof with, like, like, you can't get arrested for this, and that unless there's proof. If there's a nigga thinking like that, and he's, like, in charge of niggas, like, futures and multiple other people's futures just because this nigga is allowed the freedom to be outside, just think about that. Naked 14-year-old nigga who killed 4 people and hid from the police. That's a pedophile, a nigga who ran from a nigga who avoided arrest, and a fucking an alcoholic. Fuck it. That's 3 things that you can put on that nigga's character right now, and that nigga's allowed outside free. That's crazy. That's a part of his reputation for the rest of his life. So then at that point, like, is he even like a? Is he even like a? Is he even like? Fuck. What's the word? He's not beneficial. He's not Yeah, bro. He's not beneficial.
Moving on from that,
that's what
in 2010, an epidemic of rich kids roaming the streets of Bangkok unchecked came to light when Oracord, a 17-year-old woman, rear-ended another vehicle while texting, killing 9 of the 14 passengers, of whom 5 were seriously injured. A texting incident?
14 people in one car.
Oh, shit.
14 people in one car. It's a goddamn clown car, dude. Immediately after the wreck, she stood next to her wrecked car and victims laying out in the streets to finish texting her friends. Was set to receive a 3-year sentence of driving recklessly without a license, but lawyers pleaded and won for probation and community service, 138 hours of which took her 6 years to complete. God damn, dude. Her family lawyers have been successful at preventing any of the victims of the families from suing. Which in there,
I think that's because she's white, and other countries low-key don't like. They low-key a little scared of America, but I don't know. I forgot what country this is.
there's also another hit-and-run instance where we killed an officer, was verified under the influence. Parents posted bail, and lawyers kept the legal system at bay until the son fled the country. He currently lives a lavish lifestyle in London, unaffected by his crimes. The family is worth $20 billion, paid off the victim's family with about $83,000. How generous. And currently the police chief is indicted for aiding him at his escape. 3 years ago, all of the charges were dropped. That's that Red Bull, buddy. It gives you wings. That's what they say. Gives you wings to fly to wherever.
Oh, that's his son. Okay.
Country you need to go. And then we have Renee Bach. And Bach, who is not a doctor, but a homeschooled missionary, went to Uganda at the age of 19 to set up a missionary health facility at her house called Serving His Children.
This shitty ass.
She felt compelled by God to go to Africa to help the needy. She, quote, believed it was Jesus' will for her to treat malnourished children. The Serving His Children was operated from 2015. Many people came to have your children be helped, right? A lot of kids died under her care. Once again, not a doctor. Not a doctor at all, but a missionary. The gardener that worked on the property said she dressed in a clinical lab coat, often wore a stethoscope around her neck, and could be seen medicating children. Okay, just want to reiterate. Not a doctor. Farthest thing from the doctor. A missionary. Okay? Person based in faith. Not in science. Not a doctor. Just want to put that out there. Apparently, an American nurse who volunteered there said Bach felt, quote, God would tell her what to do for the children that she saw. Oh, God.
This bitch just
She only
guessed.
worked with Bach for 4 months. A driver in Uganda claims that he would drive 7 to 10 bodies a week back to their villages, just from the premise alone. This went on for 8 years, which, if you speculate, it's a little over 5.
Oh, nigga, you don't feel away or something? Like, I had to quit at some point, bro. I'm like, ah, nigga. Way too many, like, dead bodies around. Like, nah, bro. And, like, these are all fresh.
500 people a year. So times that by 8, you got 3,500 dead Ugandans because
She killed 35, he said 38 or 35, 30-something dead children. You're going to hell. All these white people are going to hell. And yes, I'm saying white. I want to make sure everybody knows they're white. I'm not racist.
missionary
But
wanted to
I'm
play
about
doctor.
to, yeah.
You don't think that after
y'all
every
need
dead
to
body,
sit
she
in
was just
that.
like,
And I'm talking about the rich
his
niggas.
words are muffled. Well, I can't understand. I think there might be some kind of weird interference here. In 2019, rumors circled and some of Bach's blog posts surfaced proving she was treating kids without a license and without expertise.
Yeah,
Many people
asshole.
became appalled when they found out that the young white women playing doctor in Uganda were actually killing hundreds of people. When changes were brought against her, Bach claimed
Like,
the
what is she doing right
playing
now, bro? Like,
doctor in Uganda were actually killing hundreds of people.
you ain't sterilized shit. Like, just gloves on, no mask. This nigga ribs, like...
When changes were brought against her, Bach claimed the first-person perspective she used in her blog posts were a character, and not her, and that she had a Ugandan medical team by her side at all times when she worked, okay? The person who is named Bach in the story, that's a character. It's not a first-person interaction. My blog, which is usually meant to be like basically a public diary, it's a short story, okay? That's like based on real stuff. Bach eventually settled a Ugandan civil suit in 2020 regarding the deaths of 2 children. So what did we learn from all this? Where did we end up after this whole thing? Sure, we started with Shannon Blake. Shannon Blake.
It
If
started
they could
off
all
so,
just
like,
be like
okay,
Shannon Blake,
and
we'd
then
be
got
okay.
fucked
The
up.
world would be healed. She drank the ayahuasca in Peru.
More and more.
What I wouldn't give. Unsuspecting wealthy tourists, unaccustomed to consequences or other lifestyles in their travels, discover quite often the risk of traveling to other countries. In 4 districts in India over the past 12 years, over 245 tourists have died. They're dead. They're gone. Okay? We're finding that these people don't know what they're doing. They're getting, robbed, murdered, worst. You know what I mean? All over the place. And it's all because they're just rich little aliens that walk into the world who are just like, what is this place? I feel good now. I'm going to give you a cookie. Yay! And then they go stay in their private jet and fly away. And that's what it is, right? But there's also other cases too, which are passport bros. The passport bros even are
Ain't these the niggas that can't get pussy? So they like traveled for pussy? Like they were the niggas to do it? On camera?
people of
Don't
Western
they still not
privileges who
get
go
pussy?
and they look for Asian wives because they're supposedly more submissive. Sure, I don't know. I don't know the reasoning, but maybe we'll save that for another day. All I know is this: Trustafarian culture is tricky. When you're coming from a place of extreme wealth and you're trying to give back, sometimes it's worth giving back in local ways. Sometimes it's giving back in selfless ways, instead of going there parading around for TikToks and Instagram photos.
What are you doing, bro?
Maybe sometimes it's worth just looking in on yourself and saying, how do I want to help the world, and trying to actively, proactively do that. But money will corrupt any man or woman. When money's in the picture, I just don't think anything truly ever good can come out of it. Maybe at times, but I don't know. These Trustafarians and these volaturisms and influenzas, I don't know, man. Just a bunch of bad eggs, if you ask me. But that's our video today. I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for this week, guys. See ya.
Yo, on some real shit, all them people are terrible people. Not all of them, but a majority of them. I genuinely think, like, the way they can fix it, if they want to use money, they'd actually have to use the money in the ways that make sense. Get them niggas all some $5 skippies and clean clothes, bro. Get those tarp mats off the fucking floor. Get all of that Reebok fucking clothing off the floor. Get them niggas some freshly made clothes, bro. Use some of that $40,000 you get a year, $40,000 every 3 months. put that towards these niggas' clothing, bro. Probably won't even. That's why I keep saying Skippies in fucking particular, because it probably won't even add up to that much. It's gonna add up, but it's not gonna add up to OD. And then at that, what's something I learned? I learned that it's hot as shit in this room. I look like one of them little niggas with this random ass jersey on, and this nigga makes reaction videos or some shit. Hey, let me know if y'all want me to keep reacting to this. Like, comment, sub, do the tri-area. Let me know y'all thoughts on this, on these folk, and yeah, that's it. Hot as shit, bro. Sweat.